Tai Lung is back in Kung Fu Panda 4, baby. But is that it? His screen time is so little, and his appearance in the movie feels like a cameo to attract more audience rather than a proper character that contributes to the plot of the story. Maybe he could have teamed up with Po to be the chameleon, or even have a conversation with Shifu. In my opinion, this is how it should have went with Tai Lung. First, we need to know his origin story. He was abandoned by his parents in the Jade Palace. Growing up with Shifu as his father figure, he grew a dangerous obsession to have more power by becoming the Dragon Warrior. Shifu failed to teach him humility. He was raised with the assumption that it was his destiny to achieve this goal. He is a perfect symbol in society where people are climbing the ladder with the assumption that there's a reward at the end of it. But sometimes this reward is denied. How would you feel if all your hard work was wasted just like that? This is why a lot of people can relate to him and love him. He's not a bad character. He is simply misguided. And he deserved a proper redemption arc. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Kung Fu Panda 4, add this video to watch later and come back later. Welcome back. Now about Tai Lung. If you already got Tai Lung back to hype up the fans, why not serve the fans more and give us what we want? Team up with Po. But how can Tai Lung team up with Po? Like I said before, Tai Lung needs proper build up to become good. It will feel rushed if he suddenly changed his mind. So what could happen is, when Chameleon was opening the spirit realm, Po is already back at the castle. During the process of pulling Tai Lung, Chameleon is interrupted by Po and they fought again. Confused upon seeing this, Tai Lung used this opportunity to escape. Before escaping, he looked back, conflicted whether to save Po or keep going. Maybe instead of having Po's dad going to Juniper City, let Shifu be there to help Po take down this chameleon. But on the way to aid Po, he crossed paths with Tai Lung, exchanging emotional conversation about the Dragon Scroll. Or maybe everything happens exactly like in the film, but at the end of the fight, instead of bowing down to Po, Lord Shen, Kai, and everyone started attacking Po, except Tai Lung. So both Po and Tai Lung team up to take down the villain, returning them back to the spirit realm. Can you imagine the awesomeness if you get to witness both of them team up for real? A video from this channel showcased an interesting story of their team up. I think you should check it out. The reason why I feel Tai Lung's redemption arc in the new film is wasted is because there is no build-up, no relapses or inner conflict. He just simply changed his decision about Po after 5 seconds. In the first film in 2008, we actually can see his inner conflict when Shifu properly apologized to him during their fight. But in the fourth film, I don't feel any conflict from him. His appearance feels like a cash grab. A perfect redemption arc example is Prince Zuko in the ITLA animated series. We can see a perfect build-up, even though there's a lot of chances for him to become good in the series. He just keeps relapsing, jumping back and forth between his evil and good version. He just doesn't simply change his mind after a single event. With Tai Lung, maybe they're trying to squeeze everything into a 1 hour 34-minute film, so that's why his redemption feels rushed. Tai Lung's redemption would feel more satisfactory if the writer put in a lot of build-up and inner conflict within himself. Instead, they shift the spotlight to a mediocre villain that has a super shallow backstory. Lord Shen's backstory in Kung Fu Panda 2. Growing up, he is denied by his parents. All he wants is his parents to be proud of him. It's his childhood trauma that caused him to take the wrong path. Kai's backstory. In Kung Fu Panda 3, he treated Okwei like a brother, carrying the wounded turtle to a panda village to heal him. But the first thing Okwei does after he heals is banishing him to the spirit realm. Well, for Chameleon, she's denied Kung Fu. Okay. Maybe she should try applying to another Kung Fu school? Or taught herself Kung Fu from YouTube. Kung Fu Panda 4 would be a fitting end to the Dragon Warrior if the story is as impactful as the original trilogy. A good story will always have deep philosophical meaning. Kung Fu Panda 1.
There is no secret ingredient.
Po found out that real power doesn't come from a stupid scroll. It comes from within. I made a video specifically about this. Go check it out. Kung Fu Panda 2.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be.
Po became accepting of his past and discovered inner peace. Kung Fu Panda 3.
If you only do what you can do, you will never be more than you are now.
Po expanded his comfort zone, doing the things he never did before, teaching Kung Fu. Well, in Kung Fu Panda 4, less violence now, more violence later, okay. To be honest, it's still a good story, but it doesn't live up to its predecessor. Also, the absence of the Furious 5 makes this whole film feels like a TV series episode. I know the real reason is because they don't have enough budget to hire the celebrity voice actors.